Scorpio, what's up? How y'all doing? So, there's something that's coming up for you, um, for the month of September, and I'm feeling like this is going to start penetrating, more towards the end, uh, of September. What's it? Yeah, let me see. I gotta get my mind together. Okay, I feel like this change with you is going to start like the very last week of uh, September running into October. There's something that you unconsciously do, but it's who you are. It's your DNA. It's your trait. But it's gotten to the point where you unconsciously doing this is kind of uh making your life a little difficult. It's kind of sabotaging, if you will. And for some of you, it's starting to put a little age on you. But there's nothing that can't be reversed right once you figure out what this is. What I see is, okay, let's start here. You are a very in-depth thinker. Very in-depth thinker. Like your soul can go down to the bottomless of the bottomless of the bottomless of anywhere. But the problem is, um it's not so much that you have this advantage that you can go down in depth and there's different layers to you, going down, going down, going down, going down, going down. Like I said, it's endless, to the point where you went down so far, you know, um with your thinking and your complex strategies and how to solve this and to solve that, that a lot of times you tend to go down bottom and you stay there and you don't realize um that you haven't traveled and came back up. And the reason why it's hard for you to come back up, because you go down so far to a place that doesn't have an end to it, that when it's time for you to come back up, it could take you months, it could take you days, it could take you years to come, because it's one of those things, right? When you go down fast through these tunnels, through these airwaves, through these pockets, through these channels, through these portals. You go down so deep, and when it's time to come back up, you don't realize how far off the kilter you've got, how far off the map you've gotten. And when you go down there, it's like I said, it's a lot of strategizing down there. It's a lot of complex problems that the human eye wouldn't understand. It's a lot of soul searching, you know. It's a lot of trying to make one and one equal two, you know what I'm saying? And then when you get down there, sometimes one and one equals six, and you got to take away five, four, and three, and two to get it back to where it equals this and that. You see what I'm saying? And it's taking a hold of you, and somebody needs to tell you that, you know, what you are doing is all right. Like I said, it is a part of who you are, but there's something about you that's going to learn not to go so far down. Just because you can do that and you are capable of that, that doesn't always mean that you should. And it's like sometimes you put pressure on yourself, or you cause yourself problems, but let's be real, you went down there to solve, because those are our problems or whatever. But sometimes, you know, you can get creative down there, and you can tend to make up things that aren't going on, or you can tend to make up things that aren't even happening. And you are so powerful, right? You can make things happen. You can make things happen by thinking things. You are a great manifester when it comes to these type of things. Or you know how to go find things that you know are going to happen, and you provoke them to come up before it's time for them to happen. And now this puts your soul and puts your mind in a different structure of hustle and bustle and grind, because you've went down and you brought a problem up that you knew was there. But the best thing for you to do is start waiting for these things to crystallize, for these things to manifest themselves, and before you go digging and start bringing these things up. A lot of you, this is has ruined your social life. It has got in the way of things that you needed to take care of, or places that you needed to be, because you were at home bringing on misery and digging and scratching and going underneath surface, dealing with some problems that could come, or just because they there, that don't mean they're going to rupture, or something could happen to where the problem never manifests itself, or it goes away, or it gets thrown off. But see, just because something is there, you know it irks you. So what I see coming up here for September, at the very end, going into October, you are going to start changing and training your mind structure, and you are going to start thinking about more positive things, and you're going to start being in the loop of more positive things, and you're going to let things lay where they are, and you're going to learn how to start dealing with things when they come to the surface, when they manifest, when they appear. That's when you'll deal with these things. You're going to learn how to start taking things one day at a time, because you know your youth is knocking on the door again. It's circling back around, and I would hate, for you to miss out on your second wind of life, your second blow of life, because you're too busy being bothered with some things, snatching demons up out of the ground and chasing folks down there with a sword, doing all these things that other people don't know you do. You're going to wait for things to start manifesting before you go digging, because sometimes they are there. I'm sure they are. That's why you're going down there. That's why you're going into a heavy thought process. That's why you're getting things arranged. But sometimes if you just let things be, things they find a way of disappearing on their own. But if the things that you're searching for and you're putting together, by you entertaining and you knowing what's there, and you keep going down to these places, it adds fuel to the fire, because you're entertaining it. Start praying more, and start getting into what you need to get in, so you can help this train of thought, become more of a lighter load for you. Things are starting to get better, are going to start getting better for you, because even though it's deep, even though you can go deep, doesn't always mean you should. I love you. Mwah.